President Trump is announcing a $2,000 stimulus check, and the last time this happened was during the pandemic crash, and everyone knows what happened to Bitcoin and the stock market afterwards. And that is exactly the plan of Donald Trump. So in today's update video, obviously, I will be discussing the imminent short term on Bitcoin. I will be talking about this very critical retest we're currently getting on the market right now. I will be going over, of course, this stimulus check and what kind of an effect this is going to be having on the market for Bitcoin this time around. I'm going to talk about the most important charts. I'm going to give a big update on my current ongoing trades, where I am taking my profits on the trades, how the copy traders are currently doing, and so much more on today's update video. So don't forget to once again watch this video till the end. Slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in today's update video. So to kick off the video, I want to, of course, straight away discuss the fact that President Trump is now announcing this $2,000 tariff dividend to all Americans that are not earning a ton of money. So to all the low-income Americans, they will be getting $2,000. And that is, of course, due to the income from the tariffs. And with the rest of the money they've made from the tariffs, they're going to be paying off their national debt here. So that is, of course, very interesting. And the last time we saw, of course, that we got such a stimulus bill in the United States of America, the market had a massive rally towards the upside, because it's, of course, easy to understand. If out of nowhere, 200 million people get $1,000, of course, that is going to be sending the market towards highs, because a lot of people are just going to be investing it in the stock market. And of course, Donald Trump clearly knows this, and he wants the stock market to bump, and that is why he is doing this. So if we're looking back at the previous times we got stimulus, during the pandemic crash, it was about $2.2 trillion. Then also along the way up here after the pandemic crash, we got two more of these stimulus packages. And of course, every single time such a stimulus package hits the market, Bitcoin and the S&P 500 also, they just always pump here. So it is a very good signal which we're currently getting. And of course, the market is already taking a slight little boost towards the upside after receiving this news. But the moment it's really going to be hitting the market, that is where we're going to be seeing the real effects here. So that is, of course, great for the market. But right now, what I do want to be pointing out here is that Bitcoin is approaching this very big level of previous big support that now is getting retested as resistance. And this is clearly a very critical level for Bitcoin, because we bounced off this level for 3 weeks straight here, and now we're retesting it and straight away seeing a big rejection. So this is going to be a critical level to be breaking above of. At the same time, volatility on Bitcoin is at historical lows never seen before. And yeah, if I'm just looking at the liquidity heat map, we can see that there's still a ton of liquidity laying above us, but so does it laying below us. So there's liquidity laying on both directions. And ultimately, I'm still waiting for that big squeeze on the market to take out all that liquidity on the top side, right? Which is laying for Bitcoin around $115,000 and for ETH around about $4,000 US. And talking about my trades on Ethereum, for everyone who first of all copy traded me, because here you can see this is the trades I opened with the copy trading account, I've added a take profit on one of the trades on Ethereum, because I will be taking some slight profit on my Ethereum trade whenever we are hitting $3,700 US. Why am I doing so? Is because $3,700 US is basically this major level of previous support, and which I think is going to be a good level to take some profits off the table. So first of all, congratulations if you did copy trade me. You were able to copy trade my exact trades here, which are now in more than $500,000 in profit, by joining the VUP Telegram group using the second link in today's video description. So if you did join it, congratulations. You are absolutely on fire right now, because we've been looking at this trading setup for a very long time, talked exactly about this liquidity zone here as an accumulation range. And that is, of course, being the perfect zone for accumulation on Bitcoin as of for now. Of course, I'm very much aware we could see another rejection from this level and move down again here, because this is clearly a major level of previous resistance on Bitcoin as well. Here acted as support. But of course, the moment we're going to be breaking above it, it's going to be ultimately very bullish. But that is why I want to be taking some profits off the table here. So if you're copy trading me, you shouldn't be necessarily all too worried. But of course, if you're looking at Bitcoin right now, I'm thinking about opening up a long position right here. In my opinion, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do think it is looking more risky as of this moment of time right now here. Because yeah, the market is literally trading against a big zone of resistance. And obviously, guys, if you are interested in trading yourself, the best exchange out there is definitely WeX. And right now, if you sign up an account using that first link in today's video description, guys, you will get a 25% fee rebate, making this the cheapest exchange out there. And on top of that, they're giving away an insane $30,000 deposit bonus. So make sure to check out WeX in the first link of today's video description if you are interested in trading. And yeah, of course, I do want to be mentioning it is always risky to trade. So always trade with caution and make sure to always do your own research before opening up your trades here. So looking at Bitcoin further, of course, ultimately, the reason why I have been going long here is not only pure because of this liquidity zone here. No, also, if we're looking at the 50 weekly moving average, historically a level we've always bounced from. And I'm not saying that the first touch we're going to be bouncing and send it to the moon, but sometimes we see multiple touches, right? Just like we saw back in April 2025, just like we saw back in July and September 2024. So I'm not counting it out that we can still come down a little bit lower before ultimately bouncing back higher here. And just like here as well, great, just another lower low here to fool everyone out. So this is something that is still definitely possible. So in my opinion, if you've not entered your positions yet here, it is a great time to just be cautious, because still also for me, I still have some orders set up on the lower side right here around $98,000 and $93,000. But of course, I'm still waiting for these orders to be filled up here. So just waiting for that here. Let's see how it's going to be playing out. If these orders get filled up, I will be definitely very pleased here. But anyways, let me dive a little bit further in towards the charts here. So talking about ETH, like I said earlier, I think ETH is going to be getting rejected around the $3,700 level. I think that's going to be a very likely level where we're going to see at least somewhat of a resistance entering the market. And if I'm looking at the market, of course, also on ETH, we've bounced from off the 50 weekly moving average. That is the exact level we've talked about many times before. And that is, of course, right now exactly providing support. As of the golden pocket Fibonacci level is a big zone of accumulation for me here. And ultimately, you can see Ethereum is grabbing once again, also lower side liquidity. And now I think somewhat of a bounce could be likely. And of course, if we were to come down to $2,800, that would be a zone where I would say, okay, now it is really a very good risk reward to open up a high leverage trade on ETH here. But for now on, I think it's once again too risky to open up your trade now, unless of course you had the exact same entry as me, which is now in more than $170,000 in profit. So that is basically the strategy for me right now. And yeah, I'm just very excited to see how this stimulus pack is going to be playing out here. And ultimately for Bitcoin right now, we are looking at the most important level of resistance. If we can break above it, we could be in for a big continuation back towards the upside. So we're going to be watching it. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy it, learn something from this video, subscribe to the channel, slap on that like button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.